Shalom, shalom Israel. First and foremost, we'd like to give out praises, honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. The honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to you brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching and teaching His word in sincerity and in truth. Now, this is your brother Shapal from the Jamaica camp. With a quick lesson tonight, and this lesson is based off Andrew Wellness and this digital era which he is bringing the people of Jamaica into. And this point to a couple quotes that he made earlier on in the year, that Jamaica is lagging behind, in terms of becoming a digital society. And then further on, in the year, he made another statement, which is to say that we're moving full speed ahead, with becoming a digital society. And we know that this digital society is also a gateway or platform to move specifically to the MOTB, which is a market base, right, within Revelation, which is the RFID micro C hip. We have to kind of mask the words carefully, just we don't get strike. But that's that device, that implanted device that is going to be placed on the skin, that's going to have all of your information on it, and it's going to be your identity going through this digital society, which is everything is going to be digital, man, right? And in this article we see here, where on Wellness, it says this is Jamaica Gleaner. It says it's a where's the date? I wanted to, because this is yesterday, I believe. Alright, so it says it was published Friday, January the 5th. Not yesterday, but Friday, January the 5th. It says electronic immigration gates, right, operational at Sangsters Airport. So that's one of the popular airports in Jamaica. So now this gate is digital, and basically what Andrew Wellness and this whole government administration is trying to do now is to have your passport digital also, right? Which it goes back to the whole NIDS, right? Now the NIDS is a digital identification system, right? That's what it's named, NIDS, right? National Identification System, right? Which is going to be digital. It's going to have all of your information on it, so there won't be no need for a passport. So with these gates, right, you can see which part everything is lining up, because they now roll back the needs and kind of put a pause on it for various reasons. One of it being that Jamaican people was basically hitting out against it, right, and the masses don't really want it, right? But we know what they normally do is revamp and come back again. But this is let me just get a quick scripture, Bible question. I'm just get rid of that. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices," right? So we're not ignorant of this of Satan's devices, man, right? And we're speaking about Satan, speaking about Esau and Edom, because this is where Andrew Wellness get his mandate from. He's basically following, as the apostles said to the wicked scribe and Pharisees, ye are of your father, the what? The devil. Right? Because Esau Edom, which is so-called white man, is trying to get everything on a digital grid, which he wants ultimate control, total control of things. Right? And he's trying to get a digital platform, right, to roll out his new world order, which is all about controlling every single thing that we're looking at, putting people back in I don't say back in slavery, but this one is going to be a new form of slavery. The scripture in Revelation say, you're not going to even buy or sell, be able to buy or sell without you have that device, man, right? That's ultimate control. And that's why when you look, you see food supply chain is breaking down, because they won't cause a famine, and the only way to get food is through them, right? World War, you're going to give up all your safety, and all of these things we see are put in place, man. Civil unrest and all of that, uprising of the people, the sea change, earthquakes and all of these things happening all over the world, which is unprecedented. All of these things, man, they're going to use, and their mandates put in place, right? Out here in Jamaica, we have the Disaster Risk Management Act, which them can confiscate your land, take you off of your property because it's disaster prone. You know what I mean? Under that act, them can do, you have no rights to certain things under that act, right? So we are not ignorant of his devices, man. And we speak about Satan, we know that he's the devil, man. Scripture in 2 Thessalonians say he was coming is after what? The workings of Satan with all lying wonders, man. I speaking about a man that's going to come on earth whose workings is after the spiritual demon Satan, and that is Esau Edom, the border of wickedness written in Malachi, right? And that's how our people taking their mandate and their marching orders from, all right? And Joelness to be exact. Let's get into the article. It's the 6 e-gates were installed at the beginning of the winter tourism season in December and come on stream last week. The passengers started using the e-gates yesterday as Jamaica's busiest airport. Introducing the e-gates represents a significant advancement in airport technology, right? Eliminating the need for what? Immigration officers on the front line, and this is going to what? Cost a lot of people's job, because them no longer need no immigration officer there. Computers is now taking over, right? It's instead facial recognition is used, right, to process travelers, allowing for smoother passenger flow and reduce wait times, right? Now, if you look, you want to know where this thing is headed, check China, man. Social credit score. Just type in that in your Google and your YouTube search bar and watch the videos that pop up. It will show you how far China is. There's no way in China you can go without being recognized. And guess what? If they deem you, right, as eligible or not qualified to travel, or you have some sort of ban because you speak against, because now in Jamaica you have the what's it called again, the free, I believe them it was on the tables to sign some legislation about freedom of speech, or I forgot what his name, and I did a lesson on it the other day. It's like, but it's basically around the thing that hate speech. That's what it's speaking about, hate speech. And they are the ones who can determine what is hate speech. Because if I'm coming out and saying, okay, Mr. Holness is such and such, and Mr. Holness did this and that and that, you know what I mean? It can be deemed as hate speech, as me coming up against the government, you know, even if what I'm saying is true, you know. And that's also trying to control the flow of information, what is put out there, you know, because we see in the lockdowns, people come and vent them frustration against Holness and maybe push it too far as to disrespecting the Prime Minister. And we see what? The Prime Minister send police to get them out of the house, man, and try to, you know, lock them up. And that's madness. Because such power, you come on, where is democracy? According to them, you know. But we know what it is, man. See? And you speak about facial recognition because guess what? We know, as we say, the NIDS is gonna have your facial recognition, your health records, your passport is gonna be your passport, your driver's license, your bank account, every single information, all your biometric information, right? You know, is gonna be on that device. You see me? So the e-passport or the NIDS is gonna go hand in hand with the e-gates. You know what I mean? And that's it. People have a travel, man, you know. So guess what? Them taking time, you know, building or putting these infrastructures around you. And the more people keep on, you know, silent and going on with the going on, you know, you're gonna find yourself that you're enclosed, you're already chopped. When people realize what's going on, you know, it's gonna be too late. Because they're going to be already chopped into a system that has been taking its time, putting certain things in place. It's just like armies surrounding the people until them get them and then find out, say, okay, it's now time to close in because they wasn't looking. Then people was rushing and then start to wonder, wait, soldiers rushing, people start to wonder, hey, what happened? When this happened? How? But guess what? While you were busy being distracted with the whole Cat Williams and them give you all of these social media platforms where you can express yourself and be a buffoon and be entertained and distracted. You know what I mean? These men are putting in things in place to chop your asses, man. Let me get a scripture for that. And this is one of my favorite scripture. It says, according to this topic also, this is Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 12. It said, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in a snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. Right? So, our people, men, are snared in an evil time. You know? We are those fishes swimming. You know what I mean? Or, let's say, because we know what's going on. You know, the men of the Lord, as the scripture we read first, we are not ignorant of his devices. 2/3 are the unbelievers are ignorant. We are not ignorant of his devices. Right? So guess what? All of these people you see going on, man, you know, they're going to be like those fishes swimming, right? And then going on, and then boom, you get caught in a net, you know, like that bird, you know, walking into the snare. Because one of the things, when you read the article, I can go back tonight, a little part tonight, it's it speak about eliminating the need for immigration officers, right, and all that. But two things this does when it speak about eliminating the need for immigration officers. Speak about job cuts. That's one of the main things. And also it speak about the convenience. You know, speak about the convenience of it. So that's one of the things, because as the scripture we read, you know, a bird and a fish, you know what I mean, snared in their own chops. It's not supposed to look like a chop, man. You know, all of these things are going to be sold to our people as convenient. Oh, I just, you know, just flash my card and just go through customs, or, you know, I mean, just go through immigration and, you know, okay, I'm not wrong, facial recognition, you know, but it seems convenient. But guess what? It'll go work out to, it'll go work against you, man, because it's not for your betterment, but for your own detriment, man. Right? Let's continue the article. Right, so it says, so the introduction of the e-gates as songsters has recorded increased passenger arrival. Yeah, let me just start up at the top. It says, instead, facial recognition is used to process travelers, allowing a smoother passenger flow and reduce wait times. And this is also the part that speak about convenience. It says, introduction of the e-gates came as songsters has recorded increase of passengers arrival. On Wednesday, the MBJ Airport, you know, Limited, which operates the facility, indicates that the traffic for December 2023 outperformed 2022 by 13%, with 500,000 passengers using the airport for the month. It's anticipating that the 2023 to 2024 winter season will continue, right, on a similar trajectory, which high passengers traffic volume throughout the terminal and the airport for January to March, right? And that's the article there, you know. Let me get says Revelation 13 and verse 16. It says, let me get a matter of fact. Let's start at verse 16 just to get the point. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, right, to receive a mark or a charagma in their right hand or in their forehead, right, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark of the beast or the number of his name. Now, one of the a video came out about, I think it was a couple months ago, with this female went to Japan, I believe it was China, right, and she entered, and she stopped at a mall before, she go home and thing, and she was trying to get to somebody, or she was trying to buy something at the mall, and she couldn't, because she's in a foreign country, she's not hooked up to the grid, and the system there does not recognize her. So she was basically shut out, right? Meaning she can't buy, she can't sell, she can't do any form of business, because everything is digital. And if the system does not recognize you for some reason, for any reason, what that means is that, man, you're an enemy of state, or you are blacklisted, or you are unrecognized. You won't be able to do business. So picture this, as the scripture just mentioned, you know what I mean? You're going to be shut out. You can't eat, you can't do nothing. The only thing for ones to do is to, and we're speaking about we as men a lot, to believe in Yahweh Shemel Shai, because that's where it's heading to, or we can see the prophecies plain. Right? We are going to have to depend on the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai. 2/3 of our people have no hope, and the rest of the unbelievers, man. They do not have any hope. The only hope they have is in the society, not even in Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? The only hope that these people have are spoken to Christians and all of that, man, because they do not believe that this is the mark of the beast, and they're going to take it. So I just pray and hope that once this test come, the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai may cover on us, man, because the Lord said what is going to feed us in that time, Seeing? So with that, hope this lesson was edifying. Give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rekah Kodash. The honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching and teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.